Can you
Big
hear me now?
dog, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we finally made it, man.
Oh man, dang. Jeez.
How's it going, bro?
Good, man. Just ending my day right now. It's been busy, 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 busy.
I
But
see you in the garage.
yeah, man. Yeah, my girl's working, so inside on calls and stuff like that. She This is her first day back at work.
Oh wow.
Yesterday was, so we've been technically, well, I mean, I guess we've been working, but technically jobless from our original employer since March 16th.
Man, it was a good vacation, huh?
Yeah. So it's been crazy, man. We've had to make do, man. So, but it's been good, man. No complaints.
Oh, that's what's up, man. All right, let's get this going real quick.
Yeah.
All right, I want to welcome everybody to the Hey, Use Your Insight Voice starring Mr. Old Skool Ryder, which is me, of course. And I have our special guest, Mr. Anthony Griffin, in the building.
What up? What up? What up?
All right, episode 1. Yeah, a shaky start earlier, but we're good now.
Yep.
I want to ask a couple questions here for the car folks.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, how did you get into the car culture, Ant?
Oh, shoot, man. I mean, I can remember growing up. I'm originally from Tennessee, from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I just remember growing up there, all my cousins, and everybody was just always in the cars. But I was young. I just liked playing outside, whatever. But I've always liked cars, and just kind of seeing what they were doing to them, always customized. And I remember we had like a '80s Nova, Chevy Nova. It was when they really compacted it down to like a 4-door sedan. It looked like a Ford Escort, but it was all gold. My aunt just got it like brand new, and my cousin, he went. I remember going with him to like the swap meet, and they used to make custom like license plate covers for the front. and I remember this like so vividly, man. It's crazy. But he had it plated like it said 14 karat gold, and he put it on front of the Nova. So yeah, man. I mean, I've always just remember stuff like that, and growing up, cars, and my uncle always taking care of them, washing them, cleaning them, all that. And then as I got older, man, it just kind of progressed into like what it is now.
That car's an antique now.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, technically,
Yeah. But my stepdad helped kind of with that too. He really helped me. He's since passed, but he really helped me get into like the engine stuff. Like that, he was the type of guy that knew like a little bit or a lot about everything, like everything you can think of, like building a house, cars, whatever. It didn't matter. So he definitely taught me, about the engines and breaking them down and building them back up. So that's kind of where that started. And that was, maybe in college.
Oh, yeah, building an engine or something like that is kind of like making macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
You got to get it just right. If you mess up, you go on the side of the road.
Yep.
My goodness. Wow. All right. Next question. How does it feel to shake up the car culture online currently, Ant?
Well, what do you mean by shake up?
The 78 Caprice you have.
Yeah.
That's an unusual car. Even though everybody doing the box Caprice, the 78 is kind of like the stepchild of the box Caprice.
Yeah.
Because of that glass in the back.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've just always kind of liked that style. Like I wouldn't say I always wanted one, but I always liked that window. I don't know why. I just always have. And I don't know. At the time when I was looking for something, I wanted something different, and I just kind of started looking for them. I never really wanted like a box Chevy. Like I just that was never like a car I really wanted. Like I was growing up on the West Coast and everything. We grew up with like 64 Impala, 63 Impalas. Like low riding was like really big when I grew up, and so I've always kind of like wanted one of those cars. I was never like into the Chevelles and things like that I am now. I've always liked muscle cars, but I don't know, man. I just kind of started looking for it, and then I found one. A lady had it here, one owner car, and went and looked at it, and pretty much just got it, man. She was very selective on who she sold it to.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It wasn't a must sell for her. You know, she was just selling it because her mom passed away. She inherited her mom's car, which is like a little Hyundai Sonata or something like that. And then she had this Caprice here that she drove everywhere, man. She had like every record, everything you could think of. I mean, she drove it to Palm Springs and back every year. You know, and that's, you know, I mean, that's probably like maybe 16, 17 hours from here, maybe longer. If you drove straight, you know, just, you know, she drove it to Montana. That's probably like a good 10 hours, you know. So she drove the car, put cruise control on it, and just kept it up, and she was riding, man. But she was a nice lady, man. So I ended up just picking it up from her, and that was it, man. And it kind of just evolved.
You get a good deal on it? You ain't gotta say how much it is, but did you get a good deal on it?
I would say probably at the time I probably paid a little bit more than what they were going for at the time. And then shoot, now, man, I mean, they're freaking selling for double than what I paid for it, you know, so you know, or more, depending on what's done to it. But I mean, I think shortly after I got this, a buddy of mine that had one in Vegas, he sold his for like, I think like 10 or 12,000, you know, and it was, you know, he had music in it and custom paint that or whatever. But I mean, that was encouraging for me, but you know, I wasn't ever trying to sell it or anything, but I mean, shoot, now, man, they're just like, I think, I don't know if you saw it, but Haggerty. I
saw one recently on there.
Yeah, they did a write-up on this. So I don't know, man, it could be something. Who knows?
You some trends out here, man.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know.
Yo, my uncle had one of those cars maybe like 20 years ago. He gave it to his son when he got out of jail. So his son took it to we from Texas or whatnot. Yeah. So he drove it to like a little country town with this chick he was talking to. He traded somebody for like a Cadillac sedan DeVille. That car ended up running high, and that was pretty much it with that.
No.
And we've been trying to track that car down for the longest, man.
Oh, really?
When we finally tracked it down, it was all in pieces at the junkyard, man. It was over, dude.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet. Yeah.
My uncle not letting that go, man. It was all black too.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
had the spoke wheels on it and everything, but that was the one that got away. Nobody didn't like that car because of that glass. I liked it myself. Yeah.
I don't mind it, man. I mean, it gets more positive attention than anything. You know, I think in the box Chevy community, especially you know, like in our style, you know, community, you know, the big room culture, I would say it probably doesn't get as much praise as it probably should, you know, because the mid 80s and the LS boxes and things like that, you know, everybody wants those. But I'm liking where it's going because, you know, soon, you know, I'll probably be, you know, one of the few that might have this style only, you know, the way it is, all OG sleeper style. So I'm happy with it, man.
Yeah, I think that was a precursor to the aerial coupes of the MCs.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
the MC. Everybody loved the MC, the aerial coupes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm like, why not this car? But also another stepchild of the Chevys is the '74 Caprices.
Oh yeah.
I had two of those not too long ago, but that's some man. Why you get that body style?
Yeah.
I guess because of the front end, man. It just.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah, the front end, I guess, is not as popular as the other ones.
Yeah, the one on my head, the one I used to have, someone put a '75 front clip on it.
Oh.
It looked so good. Like, man, is that a special edition? I'm like, no, I just got a '75 front clip on it.
Yeah.
That was it. And also the '70 Caprices, the ones other people don't like.
Oh, that's the one. They just skipped the 70, went to 71 and 76.
They don't count those as dunks for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, I'm like, that's close enough, ain't it?
Yeah.
Those starting to catch up as well, you know. But speaking of the '78 Caprice, what inspired you to do the swap the way that you did on your car, leave it plain on the outside, but crazy on the inside?
Well, you know, like, I don't really know. I honestly don't I mean, I don't really have a straightforward answer. I'm not sure, but kind of how it all started is I got hurt. I tore my Achilles, and it was, I had never had well, I've had shoulder surgery, but I never had an injury like that. I mean, and so that put me down for a while. And in my profession, like I need my legs, and it just put me down for a while, man. And I got really I kind of got really down just because I was just sitting at home, like not doing anything at all. Like I couldn't walk. If I stood up, my leg would just be pounding, hurting like crazy, man. So I would always have to lay down and keep my foot like elevated. And, and then my car passion, I couldn't do anything on cars, like nothing. So I was literally just at home doing nothing. And I just started researching LS swaps. I don't know what kind of triggered me to do that. And I think I was just thinking about maybe just swapping the engine for like a 350 because I had a 305 at the time. And it was like gutless, man. I mean, you step on the gas and it wouldn't go anywhere. Like I couldn't even get on the on-ramp of the freeway without having like a long line behind me. It was like insane. So I was like, all right, man. I changed the intake. I changed the carburetor. That helped a little bit, but it wasn't enough. So I started researching. I was going to put a 350 in it originally. And then that's kind of how the LS swap came. And I just started researching. And then finally, when I was able to walk, I went to look at one that a guy was selling on Facebook Marketplace. And we ended up being mutual friends. And so we made a deal. And then that happened. I took it. And then I just started researching more and more and more. And then I was like, shoot, let me document this. And because nobody was doing a 78 Caprice, swap at the time.
That's right. Yeah.
There might have been like one or two or whatever, but I mean, nobody was documenting it at least. And I wanted to do something like clean, like it looked like it belonged in there. And so I just documented it, man, and made a YouTube channel. And then it just kind of just went from there. And he actually had a turbo that he was selling with it. I was like, nah, man, I'm not going to ever boost a car or nothing. And then,
I know, right?
yeah. So then that happened, and then that's pretty much it, man. And you know how it goes. It just starts snowballing.
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna do my LS swap on my Oldsmobile, my yellow car I've been messing with off and on, along with the other cars right now. It's coming. I've been gathering my points. I already know who's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
I just want to get back to Dallas and just lay across the line for the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, a dude named B&J's Customs on YouTube. He do LS swaps as well in the Dallas area.
I think I don't know. I might have heard of him.
It's a few. I mean, it's a few people in Dallas that does that, like Coon Lolly.
Yeah.
And also you got Brandon, of course, he does it, and he got a few other people. Those two do it right.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you got a few other people try to hustle and stuff and mess up your car.
Yeah, man. That's why I just do it all myself. I mean, it's just a hobby. It gets me away from my day-to-day gig. And it's just something I love. So I was like, I'll just do it myself. If I absolutely can't, I'll take it to somebody. But it's hard for me to trust a lot of people, working, on these cars, man. And I don't know. I guess I'm kind of particular.
Yeah, I pretty much came from the Ford world. I'm a Ford guy myself with like Mustang, Cougars, stuff like that. I'm not really like a GM person, except for like a Buick, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac. Oh, really not Pontiac, but I'm like an Oldsmobile Buick man, of course. I got like 4 Oldsmobiles myself.
Damn.
Which is silly, man.
Yeah.
Trying to work. And plus, I got this BMW I've been buying parts for all this year.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get the car to Atlanta so they can work on it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about I bought all my parts up here at the BMW Classic Junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
And the car is still down in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
I know it's crazy, man.
These cars, they're money pits.
Yeah, I know that 76 2002, the square lights. It's just like, don't know why I like that body style because of lights in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as the round lights, man. I'm like, it's just a square light in the back.
Yeah.
But it's the same part. It costs a lot.
Yeah, man.
But eventually I'm gonna get back to the Oldsmobile. But at the same time, let's go a few more questions here. I'm not gonna take up too much of this time.
All good, man.
Hang on 1 second. Oh yeah, fun fact. All right, you from Tennessee.
Yeah.
How long you was out there for?
I was in my younger years, man. I was born there, and I lived there till I was about 10 years old. And my whole dad's side of the family is from there. So like Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, like just kind of like in that area. And then I moved to Washington State, so I'm in the Seattle area now. And
man,
I've been here. Yeah, I've been here since I was young. My mom lives up here, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I was down there because my mom was like working up here. She couldn't really afford to like kind of keep me at a young age with her, and just, she was just grinding, man, until she was ready to bring me back. And then, so that's pretty much kind of how that evolved. But all my dad's side of the family is like down there. So I go visit, every so often.
It be like that sometimes, man. We got to be down to come up a little bit,
Yeah.
All right. A few more questions here. Mm-hmm. Can you explain to the people what's an LS swap and why people do it to their cars so often now instead of putting 350 in their car like we used to?
Man, they're everywhere now. Everything. So I don't know. It's kind of like the modern day, like 350. Like back in the day, everybody was putting 350s and everything, And so I just call it like the modern day, like 350. It's an LS swap. Everybody's just putting them in cars now. I think they're pretty easy to do for the most part. And now there's so many manufacturers that are making kits and installation kits and all that kind of stuff to kind of fab up to put in everything you can think of. But basically what it is, it's like a GM based block. Basically the bones of the block are kind of the accessories and things like that are kind of compatible. It's just the displacement and the cubic inches of the block is where it's different. So, I mean, for example, like mine, it's a 5.3 truck motor out of a 02 Tahoe. But I mean, since I had the Pro Charger on it, I've taken all that off and I have all Corvette accessories on it. So like all Corvette front accessories. I have a CTSV harmonic balancer on it from a Cadillac. Yeah, man, I just pieced it all together and put that new LSA blower on it. So like now it's not running yet, but it'll get there. So I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is. So I basically have a Cadillac CTSV motor, so to speak, and a 78 Caprice.
Wow, that's gonna be a monster, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Do you know a YouTuber named Coverman Terry?
Yeah, I don't know him. Yeah, I follow him.
Man, once I found you and everybody else just started popping up, I'm like, who is this dude? Who is that dude?
Yeah.
That's the first person I see with an LSA.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that LSA swap a while ago. Yeah, so I actually reference a lot of his videos, and a few other people. But I mean, really, it's just kind of just I read and trial and error. Luckily, everything's been pretty good, but I've gotten hung up a few times, but it's going pretty smooth for the most part.
Yeah, the reason I was looking up the LS swaps, I bought a Nova back then, my 4-door. Mm-hmm. It had a truck motor in, of course, but it was carbureted.
Mm-hmm.
It was very incomplete. I got that car real cheap, dirt cheap.
Uh-huh.
I took it to one shop. They say, oh, yeah, we're going to, do this and do that. Sat for like 3 months. Then I looked online some more, and I found Brandon at B&J Customers in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
He put that foot together like in a couple of days. I was up and running.
Oh, hey.
Then I did a little bit more research, and everybody else started popping up.
Yeah, man.
I found you, Terry, everybody else online.
Yeah.
LS Chevy 254, everybody.
Yeah.
It's like one big community of us, man.
Yeah.
These cars that we have, certain people get mad about, like, why you messing up the car? Why you taking out the motor and doing all this other stuff? I had to explain. Sometimes you saving the car, you making the car last longer.
Yeah.
And some of these cars with the old school, ain't nothing wrong with the old school motor, like the 350 or whatever, but sometimes when you drive it, they sluggish.
Yeah.
They make you not want to drive it no more. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, man.
Let's put this up. It'll sit there for years.
Yeah.
With these LS slides, man, you can jump in this thing when it's cold outside. Just turn the key, boom.
Yep. Yeah, I drove this Caprice to Reno a couple years ago.
Ooh, that's 8 hours, right?
Yeah, no, it's about 12 hours one way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
12,
right.
12 to 14 hours one way. We went to Hot August Nights. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, so we went there, and it drove fine. And that's when it was Pro Charge. So I mean, it was, the gas was all right, the gas mileage, but I mean, other than that, man, it drove smooth. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, man. So yeah, I can attest to that. You can literally drive across the country if you wanted to.
Hey, you talk about doing the I know some of the magazines got their little tours and stuff across the country.
Mm-hmm.
That's my inspiration. Hopefully one day I actually get a car that's gonna act right and drive across the country like like the hot rod tour and the other folks.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's my inspiration. I don't know what car I'm taking one day, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Since I'm in Atlanta, at least I'll be close to it whenever they start.
Yeah, that'd be good, man. There's nothing. We're kind of like in the upper no man's land. Like there's like nothing like that over here. We gotta go places here to see cool stuff. So
yeah. I'm in Oklahoma right now for training for my job.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I'm in Texas. Like I'm from Texas anyway, but on the weekends I'll go back home, man.
Yeah.
I want to see some stuff.
Yeah.
You try to go to Arkansas, New Mexico, I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Let me go to Texas real quick. I'll see something.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another question. How did you find out you made the magazine shoot for CarCraft?
That was a crazy story, man. I actually I showed my Caprice at the Good Guys show in 2018 or something like that. I don't know. And I guess that's where the guy had seen the car. So it was a writer for CarCraft and Hot Rod Magazine and whatever. He's seen the car there, but I wasn't at the car at the time that he had saw it because we were probably walking around or something. And then probably like 2 months later at another show, a random dude just walked up to me. It was really random, man. I wasn't even standing by my car. I was kind of off away, and I was just standing there just by myself. And I think I was waiting for my girl at the time. And this dude literally walks up to me and he was like, "Hey, do you know who owns that car, or is that your car?" And I was like, "Yes, that's mine." He was like, "Oh, okay." So we've been looking for you for 2 months. We seen you at the Good Guy show, and a buddy of mine who's a writer for CarCraft Magazine wants to do a story on it. And I was like, all right, whatever. I just thought it was BS.
Yeah, I thought he was laughing.
Yeah, man. And so he was like, he showed me his Instagram, whatever. And he said, "Do you mind if I send him your name and phone number?" And I was kind of skeptical, man, because I was like, I don't want to give nobody my information. And then, so I was like, all right, man, whatever. And I just gave him my info, and then sure enough, he messaged me, and then it ended up being legit, man.
Crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, it ended up being legit, and he said he really liked the car, and it was unique, and because you don't see this style of car at any show, especially up here, done the way it's done. I mean, totally just stock, but the whole underneath of this car is all new and from a newer car, because I got the rear end is from a 96 Impala SS or Caprice.
The sought out the rear end.
Yeah, so the whole drivetrain is new. Everything is new to this car at least, and everything else is your grandma's car that she takes to the store.
Yeah, I know people being shocked when they look at your car when you open up a hood, wow.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. There was one year that had to been. I think that was that same year. There was one year I was taking a trophy home every show, something.
Cleaning up, man.
Man, it was I want what was that a lot of muscle award and or whatever sleeper award all kinds of stuff, man. So it was, and if I didn't win a trophy, then then I got the write up on the car Like, it was insane. It was crazy. But man, it's been good, man. It's been enjoyable. I never intended for it to get, the notoriety that it has. But, I don't know. It's been good, man.
Oh, wow. Okay. What was your first car?
74 Nova. Chevy Nova.
The round body style before it. Now, hold on. Oh, that's my body style that I had on my four-door, the long one, right?
Yeah, it's
no, not the long one. It's the classic body style before it switched over, right?
Yeah, it's kind of the same shape as like the Chevelle and those. It's just a little smaller, just like a little smaller, but it's basically the same. I don't even know if it's I don't know if it's technically an A body. I don't know what it is.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but it's basically the same lines and everything. But yeah, that was my first car, man. I had that car for like 17 years.
Oh shoot, golly.
Yeah, that was my baby, man. That's kind of like what really, really progressed and pushed me into like liking old school cars even more. So it kind of just progressed from there. So I actually never had intended to sell it. And I told myself that I would sell it if I ever got like a convertible, like an old school convertible. So my uncle had a 71 Buick Skylark convertible. And I had been trying to get that since I was like 18 years old. And probably 12 years later, he messaged me, or 14 years later, he messaged me out the blue or called me and asked if I still wanted it. And I was like, yeah, but but he was going to sell it to me, but just give me a really good price. And I couldn't afford it at the time. And I was getting married and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, don't worry about the money. He was like, we'll just agree on a payment and you just do that and then just pay for it till it's paid off. So I said I could afford $200. So I gave him $200 a month until it's paid off.
Man, that's a good uncle right there, buddy.
Yeah. So he wasn't tripping, but yeah, man. I got that car, and then I ended up keeping both cars for like 2 years, and then I finally sold the Nova. Yeah.
Oh man, how you tracked down? I mean, I know you tracked down one of your cars you used to have recently, but have you checked in on the Nova?
No, man. So I sold it to a guy who lived in Utah in Salt Lake City. And so the girl I was actually married to at the time was from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I lived there for a little bit. And so I sold it down there. And then when I sold it, we kind of kept in contact, whatnot. He was actually buying it for a project for him and his sons to kind of build. And they weren't going to do anything to the body, the outside, because it was straight. They were building like a monster motor for this car. And he sent me a picture of it. I don't even know. It was like a 502 or something like that. I don't know. And
right there.
Yeah. And he was and I think they were going to race it too. So it was just something for him and his sons to kind of like build together and whatnot. And so he was sending me pictures here and there, but we just grew apart, whatever. And so as far as I know, it's still down there. It could be somewhere else. I don't know, but.
Oh, he took the D's off of it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. I'm like, man, he got him another car, and I was like, oh, he was young back then. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what the lowrider thing came in. Yeah, I had D's on it. I had hydraulics on it and everything.
Yeah, 16 switches like Dre.
Yeah, man. I had switches, everything, all that, man. So that's my roots, man. That's where I came up from. But yeah.
All right, we got a few more questions left before we get up out of here. I noticed recently I looked on social media, and I noticed you're a former athlete in what sports?
Well, my main sport was football. So but in high school I did everything, football, basketball, track, all that. And then I got a scholarship to play at Eastern Washington University. So if anybody knows, that's the school with the red turf, red football field. And I played there my college years. And then I had a short stint in the Canadian Football League. And then after that, I played arena football. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I played arena football for 6 years.
What teams you played for in the CFL in Arena League?
I played for the BC Lions. They're actually It's just right, like a couple hours across the border over here. And then in arena, I started in Chicago. I went to Vegas, San Diego, Kansas, and then they used to have a team here, but on the east side of the state. And so I ended here, and then that was pretty much my career.
Man, you played for a while, huh?
Yeah, I played about 6 years. Yeah, so it was fun, man. It was played, until my late 20s, and then I had to get a real job, I guess.
Hey, you got bragging rights, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, no complaints. I got three championship rings at 3 different levels. So high school, college, and
professional.
So yeah. And then recently I was actually inducted into my school's all-decade team. So that was pretty dope.
Oh, congratulations, man. Man, we got a legend up in here, man.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I didn't even know that till somebody had messaged me. So I didn't even know that was going down or happening. But so that's pretty cool, man. Out of all the players, within that 10-year span, they only selected like 77 people.
Did they give you like some plaque or something?
I haven't got anything yet. I'm sure they'll probably send something, but I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'll probably get something in the mail.
Do you have one? Did you keep one of your old jerseys?
Oh yeah, man. I got a ton of jerseys. Yeah, my aunt has one framed in her house. I have like a few of them that are packed up in boxes. I have one that I had 1 year I played. I had all my teammates sign and kept that. So like, yeah, man, I have all that stuff, man.
All right, since we talking about sports and everything, so how did you get into training people?
Well, that was kind of the next phase of my life or career. So after football, I just got a regular, corporate gig, I guess. I used to work for Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and I was like a management trainee for them. I worked my way up into management, and then I just grew out of it, man. That really wasn't what I wanted to do, but I knew I always wanted to be back into something fitness related. I just didn't know what, and so I was in a career change and just a different part of my life. At the time, I ended up getting divorced and I was single. I just wanted to change, so then I just picked up and moved to Hawaii.
Oh man!
Yeah. So I moved to Hawaii.
You was out there cutting up, man?
Huh?
You was out there cutting up in Hawaii?
Man, it was lovely.
Oh man, whatever happens in Hawaii stays in Hawaii.
Man, nothing but board shorts and no shirts every day. Every day on the beach, whatever, so that's kind of how I started training, man. And then, it just kind of progressed, man. But yeah, I mean, it's great out there, man. I love it. I love the culture is phenomenal. The food is great. The scenery, you know what I mean? The scenery is great. And, man, it was awesome. It was a good time in my life. I was there for 6 years. And then that's kind of how the training progressed. And then I really started to really learn more about fitness and using my background and applying that to everything else I learned. And then I moved here, and then, man, it just kept growing and growing and growing. So now that's pretty much my life, man. I train all walks of people. Don't matter if you've never worked out before, or if you're working out for the first time, or if you're an athlete, you want to lose weight, get in shape. If you're a 7-year-old kid, like whatever, man. All of it. I'm just into it. So yeah.
Yeah, back in 2020, it pretty much kind of kicked your program into gear with the car thing, especially the physical fitness part. It really exploded for you. I see you got your home gym built up.
Yep. Well, since we kind of like lost our jobs, so to speak, because the COVID shut everything down. And here in Washington, we've been like one of the strictest states in the country. But for some reason, they group fitness with like restaurants and things like that. So, and all restaurants remain closed. And so,
that's tough.
Yeah, man. So like, And even some of them could open at a certain capacity, but fitness was like shut down, like nothing.
It was like everywhere,
man, like nothing. And so, and the type of studio that I work for, it doesn't fall in like the normal categories of like LA Fitness or something like that, because they're so big, like the actual square footage is so big. So the state guidelines are kind of help them to open, because you could be like one person every 500 square feet, where our studio is only like 3,000 square feet. So we can only have like 5 people in there. And we used to pack like almost 45, 50 people in a class. Like we're in there like sardines, but we were like getting it in. But
also I saw you switch the game on to offering online training.
Yeah. So since then, man, I just been doing that, man. I do online stuff. I do stuff for corporate companies, where I do online workouts for those guys. They offer it free as a service to their employees, and then they record it and put it on their intranet, and so they can come back and revisit it if they missed the class. And then so they pay me for that. And I just do my online gig. I do on-demand style as well, and then my home stuff. And shoot, man. So in a way,
you working, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely working more than I had been when I was actually working for somebody. But now, man, I'm working for myself. I'm my own boss, and I'm putting in the time. But it's nice because I work from home.
It's coming, bro. I think that should be. I think that should call him, man.
Yeah, I think so. I think I found it, man. So I'm gonna keep riding it out.
All right, last question. What's the future? Hold on. Let's backtrack for a second. What's up with the Chevelle, man?
Shoot, man. I don't know.
That car keep disappearing, man, from the channel.
Yeah, so my buddy has that car. And so he's doing all the work from all the body work. Like I've done all the drivetrain, the engine, and everything. So that's all, pretty much set. I just need to get it tuned and, some odds and ends. But he's doing the body work and paint for me, but he's doing it on the side. And he just, and it's fine because I don't really need it right now, but he's just kind of taking his time. I mean, he has a family and kids, and he has a full-time gig. And so he kind of just works on it when he can. So it's getting worked on. It's just slow.
I think that car gonna shock the world once again once you're done with it, man.
Man, so in a way I've been leaving it and on the back burner, like out of sight, out of mind, kind of on purpose. Because I'm doing a couple things to it that I've never seen, or I've only seen like once. I mean, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel with it or anything. Still gonna be a Chevelle, but there's some little tweaks and things like that I'm adding to it that people haven't really done. And so yeah, man, it's just gonna be different from any other car that I have. And yeah, I can't wait, man. I got a vision for it, and it's gonna be nice. But that thing sounds like a freaking NASCAR.
Yeah, we got a taste of it, man. I remember when you debuted on the channel. It was just a body.
Oh,
I kind of saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down.
Oh man, it's my girl thought I was crazy when I got it.
That's what I say, man. Yeah. Hey, they don't see the vision until it start moving around a little bit.
No, we were actually in Mexico at the time on the beach, and I was just like researching stuff, and I was like, I always recently I really started to really like Chevelles like more and more and more, but I knew I couldn't really ever afford to buy one, at least one that's done up,
Right.
So I was like, well, let me just see if I can find a roller, whoever has a body that just with a good frame. And then I ended up finding this one like 4 hours away from where we live. And we started talking about it, and she was like cool with it. And so we went and looked at it and then made the deal. So, and then here we go. So it's going to take some time, man. But I mean, I think the color scheme is going to be dope.
It's going to be crazy, man.
The Griffin brothers, I don't know if you know them, but they're doing some of my interior.
Yeah, I just discovered them like a couple months ago. Oh, y'all family or just happen to be the Griffin?
No, we just happen to have the same last name, so.
Yeah, I was assuming. I'm like, man, his family got a shop too?
Nah. Yeah, it just happened to work out that way. So we actually finally like met up because we had been talking and communicating for like a few years, and then we actually met up in Texas. So we went to Whip Fest in Texas.
Oh yeah, I think that's coming up again. Sometime this year in July. Is that coming up in July?
I think July. Yeah. So we just wanted to get away and do a road trip, and so we actually made it like a road trip. We stopped a few different places, stay with friends and family, eventually get into Texas, and they live in Kansas City, I think on the Kansas side. So and then we all just met there, man, and that was our first time really meeting. And you know, I wanted to go to Whip Fest too, and so we ended up making it happen.
Yeah, hopefully I'll make it down there this year, man.
Yeah, it's a dope show, man.
Yeah, if you go, okay, hopefully you go down there. I want to see what you bring down there.
Oh, the Whip Fest?
Yeah.
Oh, man, sure. We'll see if I can make it back.
Did you drive your car or did you rent a car to go to Whip Fest last time?
No, we rented a truck. We rented like one of those brand new like F350 Power Strokes. It was like the 7.1 Power Stroke diesel. And shoot, man, that thing towed. I think it was rated at like 21,000 pounds or something like that.
Oh, that's heavy duty right there.
Man, that thing just pulled this car and everything in it like it was like nothing. It was insane. So, but my buddy works for Enterprise Rent a Car, and he hooked me up with it.
So, next to the last question, what's going to be the next car that you may get or thinking about getting?
This is it, man.
I ain't thought about it. Oh yeah, that's a secret.
Nah.
I'm not gonna get that out of your guy.
Nah, man. I have nothing in mind. I don't. Nah, man. I mean, I'm not even done with the Chevelle yet. So I mean, I can't even. My girl will kill me too. So.
Man, just say yeah for free, man. That's all you gotta say, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's just. I can't do no more, man. It's just they're expensive, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not rich by any means, but I mean, at least I'm good with my money, and I actually put money away for my car funds, you know. So, I can't afford to do another car. No.
Man, you go all out on your cars too, man. I'm like, you do a lot of work to it, of course.
Yeah.
You go all out. If you actually have to pay somebody like without you doing anything, that'd be very expensive, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man, for sure. And actually, my buddy that's doing the Chevelle. So the reason why I'm not really tripping on the Chevelle is because he's not. I mean, he's my boy from like when we were like little, and so we've been tight like ever since. So I know that I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna get basically like a $10,000 paint job for pennies, pretty much. You know, so I mean,
wow.
Yeah, not pennies, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna pay what a shop is paying. So with him, I'll be able to pay, you know, maybe a third of the price or something like that because he actually wants to do it. He's never done a Chevelle before, so and plus it helps kind of get his name out there because he's a painter and a body guy by trade anyway. That's what he does for his day job. So I'm just paying him, you know, as we go. And so that's why I'm not really tripping about it because I know that he's going to do good work and it'll come out far better than, you know, than what I ever thought it would. So that's why I'm going with him. He's painted a few cars for me actually. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that car, man. All right, last question. What's the future hold? What's in the near future for yourself?
Just anything?
Pretty much.
Well, we're just gonna try to just keep moving as far as like our day gigs, you know, my fitness business and stuff like that. We're really just gonna try to just keep it moving and keep it progressing how it is right now. Right now, especially because of COVID, we're outside, and so I have people working outside at our facility. It's covered, but we have to have, per the state guidelines, we have to have an open section of it. So I have like 3 walls and then a covering. So, I mean, people have been riding with me through the fall and winter, rain, cold, whatever. And so, you know, and I'm grateful, man. I mean, it takes a lot to have people come, and it says a lot to have people come and work out with you outside when it's cold. And
I know,
you know, and keep doing it, man. So I'm just gonna keep powering through the spring and summer, and then come fall, we'll see what happens, man. And maybe I get my own spot.
It's coming, bro.
Yeah, maybe not. And then maybe get a house where I can have a shop and I can store all these cars.
Man, maybe you can have a piece of like some of the fitness places be having on Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Wow, man, I do appreciate you coming through, Ant.
Yeah.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to edit this out somehow.
What's that?
And we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna have to somehow edit the you know, the stuff we had going on earlier.
Oh, the beginning, yeah.
Oh man, that was crazy, man. But you know, it worked out for the best, man. I do appreciate you. Oh yeah, one more thing. I know you traveled to Phoenix recently for a workout section.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else like that later on?
Well, I'm actually going to Phoenix again, or Scottsdale, one more time in April. Yeah.
How somebody go about maybe getting an appointment to go there?
To go to the event?
Yeah.
Shoot, man, we'll probably be posting about it probably a week or 2 prior, but it's going to be at, well, as of right now, unless something changes. Last time we did it at the Pound Boxing Club, so it's like a boxing facility, but they cleared it all out, and we just like worked out and went in on like the area where they have the punching bags that are hanging. And so, yeah, the Pound in Scottsdale, North Scottsdale, man. That's where it's at. It's probably going to be April 10th. That's a Saturday. It's the second Saturday.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going out to Phoenix sometime this year when it gets a little bit warmer. I got some stuff I need to do out there, of course, but I guess we'll see.
Oh yeah, man, it'll be warm by then. I mean, it won't be blazing hot like it is in the summer, but I think it'll be a perfect temperature. So it'll be nice. And shoot, man, if you're out there, come get your sweat on.
Man, I'm scared of y'all, man. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Thanks for coming through, man. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hey, use your inside voice with Mr. Old Skool Ryder and Mr. Anthony Griffin, 2-3.
Let me get a photo of this real quick. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah, next time around, it'll be a little bit better, man. We'll have the music playing in the background, all that good stuff, man. But other than that, have a good night. I do appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to get some sleep. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.